Hello, everyone. This is Al Kabir, the analyst, man. And today, one day away. Got my Jalen Hurts jersey on, man. One day away from the big game, the last game of the season, the most important game of the season, Super Bowl. The must-win game of the season, the Super Bowl, man. And Eagles can beat, when I say can beat, the Chiefs. But pressure is key, man. Pressure, mistake-free football is key. This is Al Kabir, the analyst. So, look, man, I've been going back, doing research basically all day, trying to do things to kill time. I took naps. I went food shopping for the food tomorrow. I did a lot of things, and it's still only 4 o'clock, man. It's still only 4 o'clock, and, look, like I said, Eagles can win this game. So what I did was I went back and watched the Chiefs' last 2 Super Bowls. I watched them against the 49ers, and I watched them against the Bucks. Because I want to see the game they won and how they won, and I wanted to see the game they lost and how they lost. So I went back 49ers 2020 season. I actually remember because my wife was sick around the time when she was pregnant with my son around that time. So I'm watching the game from the hospital, but I ain't really get to watch it efficiently. So I just rewatched the whole game. And these things I seen when I was in the hospital, of course. Jimmy G didn't look good. I think Kyle Shanahan, play calling wasn't that good that game. And he put a lot of pressure on Jimmy G to win that game. Whereas though they running game was really winning games for them that year, and a defense. And Jimmy G was 20 of 31 that game, I believe, if I remember the stats. I think he threw over 200 or less than, something like that. But he threw 2 picks that game. 2 costly picks, and he missed the wide open receiver that game going deep. And Patrick Mahomes had the best game. He was sacked multiple times. He threw the ball over 40 times. His QB rating or QBR was like in the 70s. But Patrick Mahomes threw, I believe, less interceptions or about the same. But Patrick Mahomes made throws, and Tyreek Hill was spectacular. It was one throw. He threw it up. Tyreek Hill's literally sitting for the ball, waiting. He get the ball, get the first down. And, yeah, man, I blame that one more on Kyle Shanahan more than the win for the Chiefs. Like I said, Patrick Mahomes wasn't that good. That offense, they star showed out. And one main thing they won that Super Bowl against the 49ers, and I still believe it to this day, Damian Williams should have won MVP that year. Super Bowl MVP, but they gave it to Patrick Mahomes because it's the quarterback. But Damian Williams, they running back, and this is key. He should have got it because he ran the ball like 17 times for 100-plus yards. Without him, they don't win that Super Bowl. It wasn't Patrick Mahomes. They don't win that Super Bowl without him. Now I'm like, okay. So they run game was important that game. That's why they won. So I go into the next game. Like, how did they lose against the Bucks? Like, when I look at Brady numbers, 3 touchdowns is good, but he was 21 to 29. He threw 3 touchdowns, but he only threw for 200 yards because I keep hearing Jalen Hurts must throw over 250, 300 yards to win this game. But I'm like, when Bucks and Brady won, he only threw 200 yards. Just over 200 yards. It was 201. And it's like, oh, no, Jalen Hurts don't have to do that. So I looked at the numbers. Okay, Leonard Fournette ran over 80-plus yards. That's really good. 21 to 29, 200 yards, but something said 0 interceptions. Bucks were not letting them beat themselves. It was 0 interceptions. 0. What Patrick Mahomes doing? I always say this. As good as Patrick Mahomes is, he will throw you picks. He will throw you picks. Just don't give the ball back. Don't give it back. Run the time. And he will give you 1 or 2. He will. And the pressure of the Bucks just bringing for that game. The pressure of just bringing for that game. Everything the Bucks did to beat the Chiefs, we can do. We could bring forward. We got Javon Hargrave. We got Josh Sweat. We got Fletcher Cox. Of course, Hassan Reddick. And then we could bring in, Brandon Graham. Milton Williams to get you. And the Ndamukong Suh, who was on that Bucks team that beat the Chiefs. He can get you, and he can stop the run. So, our key, when I look back at the 49ers game, don't let Jalen Hurts do too much. Don't let him do too much. Don't let him do too much. Let him do what he's been doing all year. Be efficient and don't turn the ball over. Kenny Gainwell, Miles Sanders, Boston Scott can do what they do. They can do what they do. Be efficient. If he throw, I'm telling you, if he has similar numbers or about the same numbers as Tom Brady, we could win this game. Because our defense could give us a turnover. They don't have the explosive Tyreek Hill that the Bucks had to deal with. They don't. And even that game, they shut down Tyreek Hill. I think he had one catch for 5 yards. Who on a wide receiver core can handle James Bradbury and Darius Slay? Kelce gonna get his numbers. He was great against the Bucks. He still had 133. That's just Kelce. But I'm telling you, man, very winnable game. Very winnable game. If you got Patrick Mahomes throwing the ball 49 times like how he did, give you 2 or 3 interceptions, and Jalen Hurts throw the ball 25 times, give you 0 interceptions, maybe 2 touchdowns passing and 1 rushing, we win that game. You know why? Patrick Mahomes will get the ball up. He will. But hey, man, what do you think and how do you feel, man? I'm telling you, pressure is key. Efficiency is key to beating the Chiefs. Beating the Chiefs, man. Because Patrick Mahomes will give the ball up. And don't let them run the ball down your throat. Don't let them do it. Jalen Hurts, don't turn the ball over. Nick Sirianni, don't overthink this game. Stay in the moment. Kyle Shanahan overthought that game. He should have let Jimmy G game manage that game. He did not have to shoot it out with Patrick Mahomes. Shoot, Tom Brady, they call him the best in the world. He ain't have to do it. But this is Al Kabir, the analyst, man. Very winnable game, man. Very winnable game. Goes.